Imagine the Earth without us. No cities, no laughter, no footsteps on its surface. Just wind, waves, and time. The forests would creep back over asphalt, seas would wash away harbors, and glass towers would crumble to dust. But here is the unsettling question. If humanity vanished tomorrow, what would remain? What scars, what monuments, what strange relics of our existence would endure when we are long gone? In short, what will the universe remember of us? The truth is, much of what we have built will vanish shockingly quickly. Within decades, skyscrapers would rust and collapse. Roads would crack as roots broke through. Bridges would fall into rivers. Even the grandest cities, the symbols of human power, would be swallowed by nature in a blink of geological time. After 1 million years, almost nothing of our built world would remain visible. Concrete, steel, wood, plastic. Most of it will be erased. But not everything disappears. Some traces of us are designed to last, even if we never intended it. The first and perhaps most obvious is our machines in space. Orbiting high above us are more than 100 million pieces of debris. Dead satellites, spent rocket stages, fragments from collisions. For as long as Earth exists, these relics will circle it like a ghostly halo. Some will eventually fall, burning in the atmosphere. But others will remain for tens of thousands of years, silent tombstones of our technological age. The Voyager probes, now drifting through interstellar space, will outlast us all. Voyager 1 carries a golden record, etched with our voices, our music, our dreams. Long after the pyramids have eroded, long after our languages are forgotten, Voyager will still be moving outward, further each second, carrying whispers of a species that once dared to reach the stars. But Voyager will not last forever. Radiation, micrometeoroids, and time will eventually erode even its golden record. After 1 billion years, it will be dust. Still, for a span far longer than humanity's existence so far, it will be out there, our faint signature written in metal. Closer to home, some of our darkest creations may endure the longest. Nuclear waste, buried deep in stone, remains dangerous for tens of thousands of years. Some isotopes will still be lethal after 1 million. Future species, if they ever dig where we buried our poisons, may find glowing relics of a civilization that toyed with forces it barely understood. These radioactive traces will likely outlast every skyscraper, every library, every human-made monument on Earth. And yet, perhaps the most enduring scars we leave behind will not be physical at all. They will be chemical. Our burning of fossil fuels has altered the atmosphere in ways that will echo for millions of years. The carbon spike we have left will be visible in the geological record, just as scientists today can see the asteroid impact that ended the age of dinosaurs. Future geologists, whether alien or machine, will find a sharp line in Earth's rocks, marking the Anthropocene, the human age. Even if all our buildings crumble, the rocks themselves will remember us. But let's step back further, far further. Imagine Earth in 1 billion years. The continents will have shifted into new configurations. The oceans will rise and fall. Entire mountain ranges will have been created and eroded again. What will remain then? Perhaps only a handful of relics, our deepest mines, our most enduring landfills, the faint radioactive fingerprints of our nuclear age. But the satellites we launched into high orbits, like the Vanguard 1 probe from 1958, could still be circling Earth. Vanguard 1 is expected to remain aloft for over 200 billion years. To put that in perspective, that is more than 14 times the current age of the universe. Long after Earth itself has been consumed by the swelling sun, Vanguard may still be orbiting in silence. a tiny, forgotten artifact of our beginning steps into space. Even beyond this unimaginable timescale, there is more. The radio waves we have been leaking into space for the past century, TV broadcasts, radar pings, cell signals, are now racing away at the speed of light. They are faint, yes, and quickly lost in the cosmic noise. But in principle, they will keep going, endlessly. The very first broadcasts of human voices are now more than 100 light-years away, washing over alien stars. Our electromagnetic shadow expands with each passing year, a bubble of evidence that we were here. Perhaps one day it will fade completely, but for now, it is our most widespread legacy. The stars themselves are listening, and yet, the true universe without us stretches even further than that. For in time, Earth itself will not survive. In about 5 billion years, the sun will swell into a red giant, boiling the oceans and consuming the planet. Whatever remains of our monuments, our ruins, our waste, all will be reduced to ash. The Earth will be gone, but our traces in space may still survive. The Voyager probes, the Pioneer plaques, the radio waves, the satellites in eternal orbit. These fragments will drift on, even when Earth is only a memory. Now ask yourself, what does it mean to endure? If no one is there to see it, does it matter that Vanguard still circles in the dark? Or that Voyager still drifts between the stars? Perhaps the most enduring trace of us will not be physical at all, but informational. We have encoded our stories in DNA, in silicon, in algorithms. If even a fraction of our data escapes Earth and embeds itself elsewhere, on Mars, on an asteroid, inside some future machine, it may outlive our species by eons. Information, once set free, is difficult to destroy completely. And yet, even information may not last forever. Black holes will evaporate, stars will die, galaxies will thin into darkness. In the end, entropy consumes all. Even Voyager's golden record, even Vanguard's orbit, even the traces in the rocks of Earth will be gone. So, again, what truly survives us? Some philosophers argue that what remains is not the objects themselves, but the change we made to the universe. A photon deflected by a satellite, an atom rearranged in a reactor, a particle altered in a collision. These tiny changes ripple outward forever. Every action we take imprints itself in the vast causal chain of the cosmos. In this sense, nothing is lost. Humanity may vanish, but the universe has already been altered by our existence. We are written into its unfolding whether we endure physically or not. Think again of Voyager. Someday, it will be gone. But its path, the gravity wells it passed, the subtle changes it made in the trajectories of dust and particles, all of those remain. In the deepest sense, our legacy may not be the monuments we built, but the fact that we were here at all, that we left a fingerprint in the causal fabric of reality, that we shaped the story, however briefly, of the cosmos itself. So what will survive humanity? Perhaps our satellites, for billions of years, our nuclear waste, for millions, our buildings, for mere centuries, our radio waves, racing outward until lost in the background hiss, our carbon in the rocks, our machines in the void. But perhaps the greatest legacy is something stranger, the fact that the universe, for a time, contained beings who could ask these questions, who could wonder about their own ending, who could imagine futures beyond their own, even if all else fades. The fact that you once looked up at the stars and asked what comes after us, that itself is enough. The universe has been changed forever by that question. And maybe That is what will truly survive humanity. Not steel, not satellites, not even Voyager in the dark, but the echo of a species that once dared to wonder,